What is the number one thing that you can do to change your business right now? What is the number one thing that you can do? I hear the market this, the interest rate that, the people this, that, the other thing, all these BS excuses. Pal, what is the number one thing? The number one thing, make more calls. It is that simple. It is that simple. Make more calls. If you make more calls, you'll have more conversations. If you have more conversations, you'll have more appointments. If you have more appointments, you'll have more buyers or sellers assigned. You have more buyers or sellers signed, you have more closings. Period. Open up your database. Look at what you did last year. Look at what you did the last 7 days. Did you do everything that you could do to move the needle? Or are you clocking the day out at 4 o'clock? Or not making the 3 hours that you need to do in the morning? 2 hours of calling new people, 1 hour of follow-up. It's simple. Not easy, but simple. It's Groundhog Day over here. Every day, the same shit. Every single day. Every single day. You do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. You know what happens? Eventually, somebody says, "Oh, I need help." Eventually, somebody says, "You know what? I want to grow my business this year. I'm not doing well. I need guidance. I need leadership." And they come over. Or a seller. "I didn't sell last year. My house expired off the market. I'm ready now." Or a buyer. "I wasn't ready to buy last year. I didn't have enough money. I saved the money now. I'm ready to go." Do you think that the interest rate for a buyer who lives in an apartment, you think it really matters? There's all kinds of programs out there. No. What matters at the end of the day is, did you make enough calls? Did you make enough calls? I did an experiment in October, 100 dials a day for 5 days in a row. You know what happened? I had so much business, I couldn't even keep up with it. I wanted to do this experiment again, but because I already have a solid business, now I'm going to take that. I'm going to do the same thing for reaching out to agents. I guarantee you this works, because work works. It all goes back to calls. I know I am harping on this, but there's really nothing else to do. Did you do everything that you could in order to reach your commitment? In the realm of all possibility, did you? And even though I even do the work, I still think I can do more. I know that I can do more. So I know you can do more. It's just a matter of, are you going to keep your commitments and be in integrity? Or are you punching a clock? Because there is no clock in the real estate world. There is no clock on the work. The work has to get done, regardless of whatever time it is. The commitments need to be made. You want to tell your family you can't take them to Disney World this year, the kids? You want to take them there because can't take them because you didn't make enough calls? Because you didn't do the work? Or you want to go to Europe, or you want to go to the Caribbean, or how about this? Just paying your bills because you want to make the extra calls, stay the extra time. Folks, it's really simple stuff. It goes back to making the dials. Because when you make the dials, you build a muscle. You build a muscle. You got muscle memory. So as you do it, it's easier to do it, and it's easier to do it, and it's easier to do it. And please, please, don't take this personally. It's just business. But you got to do the work. You got to do the work. And it goes down to picking up the phone, making the dials. And if I open up the CRM and I see, hey, you're not where you're at, well, you didn't make enough dials, period. Period. And that's not acceptable. So we all got to do it. I do it, and I expect everybody else to be doing it too. Make the dials, make the calls. And with that, everything else lines up. It's magic. Not magic, but it feels like magic because it all works, because work works. Work works. And please get off of my feet.